Welcome to this explainer on Wix versus Squarespace. Today, we're cutting through all the noise to figure out which platform actually makes sense for building a real, profitable online store in 2026. Whether you're a total beginner who's been completely frustrated by tech in the past, or you're just kind of confused about where to start, you are absolutely in the right place. And hey, make sure you stick with me right to the end of this explainer, because I'm going to show you exactly how to get a $3,000 e-commerce traffic mastermind completely for free. I'm telling you, that bonus is going to be an absolute game changer for your new business.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. 1. Anatomy of an online store. 2. Building your first store. 3. Security, pricing, and fees. 4. Fulfillment and inventory management. 5. Driving traffic and marketing. And finally, number 6, the final verdict.
Section 1. Anatomy of an online store.
So before we even start comparing the software, we really need to lay down the foundational elements required to run a successful store. You wouldn't build a house without a blueprint, right? Well, e-commerce is exactly the same. To actually make money online, you need these 4 moving parts working together seamlessly. First up, you need your digital real estate, which is your domain name and hosting. Second, you gotta have in-demand products and a really professional store design that actually converts your visitors into buyers. Third is the backend, a secure way to collect money and manage your shipping. And finally, step 4, the absolute lifeblood of it all, traffic and buyers. Because let's be totally honest with ourselves here. A gorgeous-looking store with absolutely 0 buyers makes 0 money. All right, so let's do a quick credibility check on both of our contenders, starting off with Wix. This platform has a massive global footprint. We're talking over 282 million registered users. And right now, it's actually the fastest growing major website platform in the entire world, riding an incredibly impressive 32% year-on-year growth rate. And you know, those users aren't just building little hobby sites either. Wix e-commerce platform processes over 300 million transactions every single year, with Wix stores collectively generating over $10 billion in sales. That's huge. Now, on the flip side, we have Squarespace. They've built up this really powerful reputation as the absolute go-to platform for creatives, photographers, and service businesses. And they currently power millions of incredibly polished websites all over the globe. Moving on to Section 2, building your first store. Now let's talk about what it actually feels like for a beginner to get up and running. On paper, both of these look like absolute heavyweights, but the real difference shows up when you try to run an actual store. And this brilliantly illustrates the core philosophy of each builder. Squarespace gives you this incredibly clean, well-designed experience that's built primarily around aesthetics. The templates are genuinely stunning. It's absolutely perfect if your main goal is a beautiful portfolio or service business, like say a naturopathy clinic, that just happens to have a small catalog of products attached to it. Wix, however, Wix is built for selling first. It features this amazing Aria AI builder. You literally just answer a few questions and Aria has your store live in about 5 minutes. There's 0 code and you don't need any design background whatsoever. Plus, it gives you complete drag and drop freedom to customize your store exactly how you want. Honestly, if you can use a smartphone, you can build a Wix store. Section 3. Security, pricing, and fees. Okay, let's shift focus to the back-end necessities, like keeping your store safe from hackers, because most people really don't think about getting hacked until it's already turned into a total disaster. Let's de-jargonize the cybersecurity stuff for a second. The standard you really need to know is called PCI DSS Level 1. It's the absolute highest payment security standard in the entire industry. The huge advantage here is that both Wix and Squarespace are what we call hosted platforms. They automatically handle your SSL certificates, which is just the tech that encrypts your customers' data, and they hold that level 1 certification by default. So unlike self-hosted options where security is entirely your own headache, both of these platforms keep you safe without any technical effort on your part at all. Let's walk through this sometimes confusing math of monthly hosting. Now, a quick win, both platforms let you easily manage your domain name directly through them, which totally saves you from those painful IT headaches, with DNS servers acting like the internet's address book. For an online store, Squarespace's paid plans start at $23 for the basic tier, but their core plan at $33 is where they remove transaction fees and throw in a professional Google email. Over on Wix, they do have free and cheaper plans, but to actually collect payments, you're going to need their core plan at $35 a month. And both of them integrate beautifully with gateways like Stripe, PayPal, and Apple Pay. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how these fees stack up when you actually make a sale. Let's look at a $100 transaction on Wix. On their core plan, you're paying a 4% transaction commission, so that's $4, plus a 2.9% and 30-cent processing fee, which comes out to $3.20. So that totals $7.20 in fees per sale. As you upgrade to Business or Business Elite, those transaction commissions drop to 2% and eventually down to 0. But here is the major takeaway, folks. Once you factor in both the payment processing fees and the transaction commissions across all the price tiers, Squarespace actually ends up being the cheaper option to operate.
Section 4. Fulfillment and Inventory Management. So you've got your store, but how do you actually source products and get them to your customers? Let's be totally straight here. Neither platform natively does your product research or just magically hands you product images out of thin air. However, Wix has a massive advantage with its out-of-the-box fulfillment integrations that let you sell without ever touching inventory. If you're dropshipping, which is selling products without holding physical inventory, Wix integrates directly with Zendrop and Modalist. You can pull product images and descriptions straight into your store, which saves you hours of work. And if you want to sell custom-branded merchandise, Wix has a native integration with Printful. You can design and sell custom apparel without ever seeing a single physical shirt. While Squarespace definitely supports some integrations, the native depth that Wix offers right here is significantly broader. Section 5. Driving Traffic and Marketing. Now we arrive at the absolute hardest part of e-commerce, the hurdle that kills most beginner stores, driving traffic and actually getting buyers to visit. Fortunately, both platforms have built-in tools to help. Squarespace focuses heavily on content creation with their Unfold app, which acts a bit like Canva for your social media templates. Wix, on the other hand, really leans into deep technical integrations. They offer AI-generated SEO tags, instant homepage indexing, and native integrations for your Meta, Google, and TikTok pixels. And those pixels are just tracking codes that help you run highly targeted ads. This makes turning your social followers into paying customers much, much easier. Section 6. The Final Verdict. We've covered a whole lot of ground today, from setup to security, fees, and fulfillment. So it's time for our final verdict. If your primary concern is design and you're building a creative brand, a portfolio, or maybe a service business that just has a small product range attached, Squarespace is the right choice for sure. Their templates are genuinely best in class. But if you're a beginner focused on building a real e-commerce machine, something that can grow rapidly, handle high volume, and seamlessly connect to fulfillment partners, Wix is definitely the stronger choice. It's just faster to launch and much more capable out of the box for pure selling. Now, for the promise I made right at the start. So the crucial point is this. You absolutely cannot get these bonuses just by going straight to the standard Wix website. You have to use the specific affiliate link. When you get your Wix core plan specifically through the provided link, you exclusively unlock Store Build AI completely for free. Store Build AI actually taps into Zendrop's live fulfillment data, identifies top-performing products, writes your descriptions, loads your images, and connects automatic fulfillment directly right inside your Wix store. On top of that, that exact same link gets you access to a $3,000 e-commerce mastermind from a former Shopify super affiliate to teach you exactly how to drive traffic. I can't stress this enough. These are completely unavailable off the standard Wix site. They are unlocked exclusively through that affiliate link. Plus, as a nice little bonus, if you select annual billing, you'll save 20 to 50% off the monthly rate and get a free custom domain. You now have the full picture. You understand the hidden fees, the fulfillment capabilities, and the exact tools you're going to need to succeed. So the only question left is which platform is the right fit for your 2026 e-commerce goals? Are you leaning towards the stunning design elegance of Squarespace, or are you ready for the high-volume e-commerce power of Wix? Consider your goals, grab that link to claim your exclusive bonuses, and take that very first step towards launching your online store today. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and happy building.